Hi, and welcome to the TAAC Gallery here in Trinidad, Colorado for a magic realist show and a surrealist show. We're going to start out with one of the artists in the show, moi, Ashley Bauer, and then we'll talk about the other artists in the show, Sam Hughes. I'll discuss each one of my paintings in a short little intro. This is Desdemona. It's from the Shakespeare play Othello. This is one of the characters, and it's all done with a technique called glazing. Now we go on to the next painting. This is Sacré-Cœur. It is the Sacred Heart. It is 8 by 10. It is also done in the glazing technique. Now we're heading on to another painting. This is a contemplative painting. It's done with 20 layers of glazing, and it's a 16 by 20, and the name of it is Contemplation. So let's go on to the next one. The next one is another painting I did called Sacred Heart. As you can see, the pomegranate is split open like an internal organs. Let's go to the next one. Now we have one of my favorite paintings, which is Chaco, my cat. And he is looking for the Mount Kailash, which is the holy mountain in the Himalayas. And he has that intense stare. Now this is also done in the glazing technique. This painting is 16 by 20. Now we go to the next painting. This is Christa de Amor, the female Christ or the female goddess figure in her supplication pose. And as you can see, she's floating, and this is also done in the glazing technique. Now we go to a large painting, which I call the Green Tara, which is the goddess of compassion and enlightenment in the Buddhist tradition. This painting is 4 feet by 3.5 feet. It is done also in the glazing technique with gold leaf in the paint. This is a small painting. It's 8 by 10. It's called Morning Puja. It is done in a technique called prima alla prima. Thank you. We'll go to the next one. This is one of my favorite paintings. This is called the Samsara. It is a 2 feet by 2 feet painting. It was done about 10 years ago, and it's reminiscent of the Enlightenment. Now we go to the next painting, which is a small plein air painting I did in Raton, New Mexico, by the Sugar Eat State Park. And this painting is also done in alla prima. Now we go to another painting. This is a monotype. Monotype means one type. So it is an original work of art. This is Over the Heather. As you can see, the little bird is flying over the heather. Now we go to another painting. This is a print of the original, which is Isadora Duncan, which was one of the first dancers that brought the modern dance to the world. This is done in gouache. It has gold leaf with this beautiful frame that is reminiscent of the Renaissance. It is 8 by 10 also. So let's go to another one. This I call my Père Lachaise painting. This was done as an impression of the cemetery outside of Paris, where all the famous luminaries and artists are buried. As you can see, a tree is playing the violin in memorial to the artist. Now we have another painting which was done in the studio in the Impressionistic technique. This is 16 by 20, and I call it Sherwood Forest. Now we have the Roman boy, which is just a study of a head, which was similarly done in the Netherlands. Now we have another painting, which is 2 feet by 2 feet. It is called Romulus and Remus. This painting was inspired by the state of America at the present time. As you can see, America is the bitch, and she is very thin. And the 2 little scorpions represent the founding fathers. Look, the founding fathers are being squashed. Now we have the Inca mummy. This was taken from, inspired from a mummy that was recovered in the Incan highlands. And it's my rendition of what the mummy looks like with all the gold. It's 8 by 10. Now we have another painting. This was a plein air painting. It started out as a plein air painting, and I did it in Santa Fe, New Mexico, in Canyon Road for a plein air paint out. But as you can see, I used my technique and my style to create something unique. So this was worked on in the studio. And we come to the last painting, which was also done 2 feet by 2 feet, and this is called the Paranade. It is pears promenading in the garden of earthly delights. Thank you for coming to my show, and I hope to see you in Trinidad, Colorado, or visit my website on Facebook, Ashley Bauer, and you can also see us anytime in the Plein Air, Raton Plein Air Paint Out and Plein Air Society on Facebook.